Hey bro, welcome to the video. Today I just want to quickly discuss here why we should be really selective with our friends, okay? Because you've all heard before, you are the sum of the people you spend the most time with. This is absolutely the case, okay? If you're surrounded by very educated, well-mannered, smart people, you're going to replicate that. You're going to start, reading more. You're going to start listening to what they say and then remembering what they've said, and then, you've learned those lessons off of them. Same way as if you're surrounded by degenerates that, drink a lot, smoke a lot, eat shit food, get in like late nights, they're not purposeful, they're not mindful, they're not grateful, they're not healthy or healthful. If you surround yourself with those kinds of people, that's what you're going to start to replicate. You can be the most iron-minded individual in the world, and that will still be what gets you. The people around you, because they're going to be influencing you, and they can serve as a detriment, okay? And it's as much of your responsibility to decide who is going to benefit you as it is to decide to benefit other people. We can't go around life taking. We need to give as well, okay? It's important that we offer the value to our friends and that we try and educate them on things that we know about, and so they can educate us and we can learn from each other. We can mutually benefit. That's how we grow as men, okay? You surround yourself with guys that care about similar things like health, mental health, and spiritual fulfillment and financial freedom and things like that. If you surround yourself with guys that talk about these things, that care about these things, that desire these things, you will be way more in the direction of achieving that than if you're surrounded by the opposite, which would be just degenerate friends that aren't worried about how their life is going to play out, okay? And you can be really harsh with this, all right? Like, I don't have a lot of friends currently because some of my friends that I was friends with in school, they aren't on the same mission as me. They aren't interested in what I am, and so that relationship doesn't particularly serve me. Same as I won't particularly serve them, because every time I'm talking about how to improve and they want to tell me about a fucking video game, none of us, we're not even present, we're not even listening to each other, we're not interested in what the same shit. They're interested in, getting, I don't know, like some new video game, or, going out on Friday, with all the boys and stuff, and like, yeah, that's all well and good. Having a social life is fine. If you want to, socialise with your friends and stuff. Personally, I don't drink, but you know what I'm saying, like, having a social connection is important. We are social creatures. We need a tribe. But you can choose your tribe. And are you going to choose men that empower you and push you and inspire you and motivate you and challenge you? Or are you going to surround yourself with the opposite? Men that, hinder you. Men that dumb you down. If you're literally surrounded by people that have no common sense, no critical thinking, you will become more like that. And I'm not saying I'm surrounded by people like that. I'm surrounded by people I trust, people I care about, people that are motivating and inspiring, and the people that I don't find these qualities in, I don't speak to them. If I saw them on the street, I'd be chill with them because I don't harbour hate in my heart. I'd be fine with them. But if I don't gain inspiration from them, if I don't look at them and think, yeah, I want to be like that, and they're doing that well, if I don't look at them and see any redeeming or important or beneficial qualities, I'm then not going to want to have that person in my life, especially not full time. This brings me on to my next point, okay? This is something that I thought about doing for a while, and then once the opportunity was really presented in front of me, I absolutely took it. So a YouTuber I really like called Hamza, he does like self-improvement shit, like talks about like mindfulness and stuff. Like, I've watched a few of his videos and I've taken a lot of value and learned a lot from his lessons in improving his life. And what he spoke about is having a community and a tribe and a lot of strong men doing things and improving each other, right? So he had a high ticket course that was like, you pay £500 and £100 a month to be a part of this community. Honestly, I wasn't about to spend that to just talk to some guys. Like, I figured, the only reason I wanted that, not for the courses or for the calls or anything like that, I literally wanted it just to communicate with other people on the same purpose as me. And so once he then offered a lower one, which is £5 a month, to then join a group of men that are interested in improving themselves, that's a £5 well spent, because I've already networked with a guy that I've taken value from, and he's taught me about his lessons and his difficulties he's struggled in certain areas, and that £5 was well spent, just for that little bit of exchange of information and ideas and experiences and learning from another man's mistakes. Okay, there's a saying, a man learns from his own mistakes, but a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. That is absolutely the case, okay? And this one guy that I spoke to, he's made that £5 worth it. It's £5 to talk to a guy who's had a similar experience to me and he's improved this area of his life, and then it's going to benefit me to just speak to him and know about this sort of thing. Like, okay, I'm going to go to the gym today with my friend Gabe, right? We're also going to go do a cold plunge in a minute. We're going to go to there's a local lake near us, and the water is going to be cold, right? It's been freezing the last few days. I'm wearing, like, tracksuit bottoms and a jumper, right? I've been sat in my room just shirtless for ages because it's been so hot. Now it's getting cold, and this cold plunge is going to be really cold. We're going today, and we're going to push each other. I said to him the other day that me and him, when we spend our time together, we need to be talking about important shit, because him and I want to improve our lives, okay? How are we going to do that if we meet up and we start talking about fucking girls or this, that, the other? It's not going to serve us, especially not long term. Yeah, you know, maybe you need to know whether you're going to take this girl here or there. Like, you know, it can be like a 5-second, oh, you know, should I, whatever. But that's not serving our purpose. If our purpose is to improve our lives, become, you know, more financially free, and to, you know, find more spiritual and emotional fulfillment and all these things, okay, if you're aiming for those kinds of things, then only conversating about that is going to absolutely push you forward. So when I see him today, all we're going to talk about is gym, money, you know, we're going to get in the cold, obviously, you know, do some breath work and stuff, and, you know, get some sunlight, do some grounding, all that stuff, and then we're going to go to the gym. I train harder when I've got him watching me, telling me, you know, things that are going to push me harder. Right? Even though, you know, it's excellent to say, oh yeah, you know, I'm completely intrinsically motivated and nothing external affects me. It's pleasant and it's beneficial to have men near you pushing you harder, because they will push you harder than your mind wants you to go. Because it's so easy when you're benching or where you're fucking squatting, I've had enough now, my legs ache. When your legs ache is when it works. Effort builds muscle. You guys know this, okay? And if you can put more effort in because you've got someone next to you shouting in your fucking ear to stop being a little bitch, it's going to help you absolutely. Like, guys, I can't stress this enough, alright? If you're around positive influence, if you're around men that push you, that drive you, that push you for excellence, you will grow more. You'll absolutely grow more. That's why this £5 to join. It's like a Facebook group. It's not on Facebook. It's on school. It's on his channel. If you want to join this group and, you know, speak to like-minded men about improving your life, I recommend it personally. It's not sponsored. Like, I've got 19 subscribers. Okay, not many people are going to see this, but to join a group of men for £5 a month that all talk about improving their lives, improving their testosterone, improving everything, right? You can learn a lot and you can teach a lot as well. You can offer other people advice and you can offer other people your knowledge, and it's just an exchange. And it's a platform that you can do this sort of thing on, because in, you know, the modern day, in your social circle, you may not have a lot of men like this. I personally don't. I know a handful of guys that have a similar sort of desires and, you know, ideas as myself, and so joining a group that is literally specific towards what I want it's £5 well spent. Like, honestly, you're gonna earn £5 in like half an hour of working minimum wage, right? Like, it's so worth it in my opinion. That's just why I'm recommending this to you, because if you haven't got a lot, and I'm talking a lot of people around you like this, then it can really serve you to, you know, keep you accountable and just learn about important things in this area. So that's what I'm getting at, guys. Like, being surrounded by people that are going to push you harder in the gym, teach you how to improve your life, you know, and you can just keep the conversation to that without it being boring. Like, if you try to talk to like a normie about going to the gym and improving your mindset and, you know, meditating, they'll look at you like you're a fucking weirdo. But who's the real weirdo? The guy who wants to improve their life? Or the guy who doesn't? I don't know. Because if you look at like a percentage thing, there's a vast percentage of guys that aren't that bothered, and there's a small percentage of guys that are very truly bothered. And if you want to interact more with them, I recommend, you know, either trying to network with people in person, be it meeting someone at the gym and, you know, you realise that they're quite into the same things you are, or better yet, you know, you can join one of these groups and then perhaps once you've met, you know, someone a few times, you can meet them in person or whatever, you've spoke to them quite a bit and you know what they're like and stuff. You don't have to meet them in person, you can just speak to them online and, you know, you can still exchange ideas and stuff. But it's just important to surround yourself with positivity and with people with growth mindsets and the notion that improving is truly important. So I'm going to end the video there. I hope you found this useful. I hope I've highlighted the importance of having an important network around you, or not having an important network around you, but having a beneficial network around you. Because being surrounded by those kinds of men is only going to have a net positive. If you're surrounded by losers, you'll be a loser. If you're surrounded by winners, you'll be a winner. That simple, okay? Thanks a lot for watching, boys. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one.